Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren and today we're gonna make some matcha. Well, I was recently contacted by a representative from Nosbo, which is an agricultural company based in Korea, and they decided to create a tea company which now supplies 15 countries worldwide with quality Korean green tea for nearly 15 years. Seein is organically certified by the USDA, NOP, Euro, and strictly follows quality controls in accordance with HACCP. So in exchange for doing a non-biased review, they sent me some of their super premium Garucha matcha, and also their Junjuk Plus green tea. And in addition to sending me both the matcha and the green tea, they also sent me a traditional matcha whisking set. So that included a bowl, a whisk holder, and also a bamboo serving spoon. I was also told by the representative that their matcha is actually the same matcha that Starbucks uses in their matcha lattes. However, I wasn't able to confirm that on the Starbucks website. I wasn't able to confirm that on the Nosbu or Seein website. However, that is what the representative told me, that the matcha that Starbucks uses in their matcha lattes is this matcha. So I thought it might be fun that in addition to trying this matcha, we might also try making a matcha latte. I've also become a fan of the matcha lemonades at Starbucks, and I thought we could also try making our own matcha lemonade using this matcha as well. And since I am still new to the world of matcha, this is actually the first time I am trying matcha, just straight matcha, not a flavored matcha. But to make a comparison, I also recently purchased some of the Grand Cru matcha from David's Tea, so I also will be making a cup of that to kind of compare the two, so that you have a frame of reference, and since I am so new to the world of matcha. All right, guys, so let's get to it. It smells like matcha. It's a very bright, slightly sweet vegetal smell. Right. So here's our matcha. Managed to get a nice froth on top. So here's the big test. This is my first time drinking matcha straight. This tastes exactly like it smells, which I imagine is what matcha is supposed to taste like. To me, it reminds me kind of like a seaweed flavor. It's got a little bit of like I wouldn't say bitter, but just I think it's I guess vegetal tasting. It's slightly sweet. But yes, it reminds me of seaweed and fishing and sushi and all good things green, I guess. I never really thought that I would be one to enjoy drinking straight matcha, but this is very pleasant. So to give you a comparison, since matcha is not my forte of expertise, I did recently purchase some of David's Tea Grand Cru matcha. So you can see here, essentially the same way, comparable color. The David's Tea might be a little bit darker. The David's Tea has that vegetal thing too. It's a little bit more subtle. Yeah, I think they might be, I think this one's a little bit creamier than the David's Tea one. But as far as flavor goes, I feel like it's a very good like for me, these taste pretty much the same. Yeah, and they're both pleasant. So yay! All right, you guys, I decided to create my own matcha latte. Again, brand new endeavor for me. I don't do lattes. So this is an oat milk matcha latte. That's really interesting. It really just, it kind of reminds me of hot cocoa. Not the taste, but just like the creamy milk flavor that comes through. I guess I kind of understand why somebody would want a latte if you are a fan of that milk creaminess flavor in your drinks. I'm not sure I would like this just on its own regularly. Maybe if it was sweetened, I might. I think I just prefer the matcha straight versus just with milk added to it. But it's pleasant with it. I think I prefer just to have the matcha on its own. So I also made my own matcha lemonade. I've recently discovered matcha lemonade, the Starbucks matcha lemonade, and I'm a little obsessed. And I thought, now that I am learning to be a pro at making matcha, I can make my own matcha lemonades now. So for this, I filled it with this much of matcha, and then, so it's about half and half matcha, half lemonade. I probably could have done even more matcha, probably 3/4 with just 1/4 of lemonade, and then I shook it after just to combine everything. But this is nice. It's definitely not as sweet as the one at Starbucks, which is totally fine by me. I kind of actually find theirs a little too sweet for me. But this is good. Can't really taste the matcha at all though. But I would drink this, and now I will. It was really easy. Matcha lemonade. According to the website, the super premium Garucha is a first flush harvest, 10-pack of 3-gram matcha pouches for $12. And at $12 for a 30-gram pack, that's quite reasonable. 30 grams is about 1 ounce. So just to give you the comparison, at David's Tea for 2 ounces of the Grand Cru matcha, it is $29.98. And if you were to buy the same amount of tea, which would be 23-gram pouches of the Seein super premium Garucha, that would be $24. Close in price, a little bit more affordable, and if you have Amazon Prime, you obviously wouldn't have to pay for shipping, which is always a bonus. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you are a fan of matcha, give this video a thumbs up so I know where my matcha fans are. And if you've tried the Seein matcha before, leave me a comment down below and let me know what you thought. Thanks so much for joining me, and cheers. Bye.